Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A few minutes ago I made a video on what the Ukrainians are calling the Russians changing their tactic in Bakhmut, which is they want to revert to the offensive actions. I don't think the Russians ever went in defensive mode in Bakhmut, but the Ukrainians had to say they advanced on the flanks, the Ukrainians supposedly, because they lost Bakhmut. I don't think that was never an advancement on the flanks. I don't think there was never success on that. I'm talking about the Ukrainians, and they lost Bakhmut, but they couldn't just say, well, we lost, we're retreating right now. That would have had a morale impact, impact on the Ukrainian soldiers' morale. So now they come in this article and tell us actually that they stopped advancing in the flanks because they have other tasks to complete. This is like me saying, I can beat you, Mike Tyson, but right now I'm not in the mood. I have other things on my schedule, okay? But remember, I could have beat you up right now, but I don't feel like fighting you right now. Basically, that's what the Ukrainians are saying. We stop beating you because we have other things to take care of. Okay, I don't believe at all what you say. I don't think you did not go on an offensive. I think you lost in Bakhmut and you were beaten on the flanks. That's what I think. Can I say that? That's my assessment. So, let's see what these guys are saying. So, Ukrainska Pravda. This is from June 1st, 2023. Armed forces of Ukraine suspended advance on flanks. Okay. Other task performed. Ukraine's ground forces commander on situation in Bakhmut. I know this picture right here is an old picture. And just to confirm that, look at the trees and the grass. Over there it's 1st of June as well. And I don't think they look like that, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I forgive them. Let's move on. The armed forces of Ukraine have suspended their advance. I don't think it ever been an advance on the flanks on the Bakhmut front over the past few days. I would say about a few months. Alexander Syrsky, commander of the ground forces of the armed forces of Ukraine, in the comments for Ukrainska Pravda. And I'm quoting, over the past day, the advance on the flanks was suspended as other essential tasks were performed there. Well, if you attack on the flanks, you're gonna surround everybody in Bakhmut. Why don't you do that? Encircle them. Yeah. The command of our group, if taking appropriate measures aimed at restoring the combat capability of our units and disrupting Russian intentions, namely to not allow Ukrainian counteroffensive actions to happen, instead switching to the offensive themselves. So what I think this guy is saying, we're going to retreat to better positions and then we regroup. And then we're going to have our counteroffensive as the Russians try to stop it. I don't think it's going to be any counteroffensive coming from Ukraine. I don't think will be anything like that. But I would give it 2% that it will be. Maybe high, let's say 5%, there would be a counteroffensive coming from the Ukrainians. Why? It's already June, right? So you don't want to start a war in, October. You started before summer comes. So you expand it, you make a long extension so you can fight. Because things tend to go down and everything gets harder in the winter, right? So you want to try to start in March, April, May. Remember when was the Barbarossa plan implemented? That's just an example, for the same reason. So you couldn't start too early, you couldn't start too late. So I think the so-called counteroffensive is waiting for what exactly? The Wunderwaffen, the wonder weapon or something? What are they waiting for? The F-16s that are not coming? The Abrams tanks that are coming, about 5 of them? What exactly are they waiting? Are they the volunteers coming to Ukraine? Those 40,000 trained Ukrainians in Europe come over, Red Rover? What are they waiting for? Well, we're gonna find out, I guess. Yeah, I just have my doubts, okay? In addition, Syrsky said that Russia changed the format of the operation on the Bakhmut front. Therefore, there is a temporary lull. Alright, so that's what, and this is what I covered in the other article, the other video I made with a different article, but they included this as well. But in the other article did not include this one, telling us that Ukraine suspended advance. You never had an advance. You told everybody else you advance on the flanks because you lost in Bakhmut, and you couldn't say yes, we lost. And you thought that the truth will come out later and everybody's going to forget about it. Well, some people are hard-headed and did not forget about it, because you come with this little thing, try to make it, it's okay. No, it's not okay. The elephant never forgets. So anyway, this is from Sirsky. I think the Ukrainians are regrouping. When they were in Bakhmut, they were already building defense mechanism, defensive positions on the west of Bakhmut. They were already doing that. They knew. So now I think they move over there. They prepare that because the Russians will advance. That's what they said they will, right? And these guys say they have their counteroffensive. I don't think they will have the counteroffensive in Bakhmut. I want to have it somewhere else, south. But that's my assessment. They're going to try to go and cut off Crimea, maybe. That's where they want to do it. They're not going to Bakhmut. Why Bakhmut? To go where? Straight to Moscow? You got to be kidding me. But who knows? I give it more chances. It's going to be in the south. As I said, trying to go and cut off Crimea and show it as a victory before winter, if they catch the winter. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.